Dear student, today we will learn graph related to motion. So in our syllabus, we have three type of graphs. Number one, distance versus time graph. Number two, velocity versus time graph. And number three, acceleration versus time graph. So we will learn all three graphs today, and we will try to solve few values, few numericals based on these graphs only. So let us start. So first we will be discussing distance versus time graph. So how many type of graphs are there? As far as distance versus time graph is concerned, number one graph can be like this. In y-axis there is distance, and in x-axis there is time. Number two, the graph can be like this. Here in y-axis distance, in x-axis we have time. Number three, the graph can be like this also. In y-axis there is distance, x-axis we have time, and the graph can also be like this. This is graph number 4, distance, time, this, and this. So let us discuss all these four graphs. Now, as this is a graph of distance versus time, so we can see this line is parallel to x-axis. That means distance is not changing with increasing time. With the passage of time, the distance is not changing. So distance is maintaining a fixed value. That means the object is not moving at all, because the distance is everywhere, the distance is same. Let's say this is 10 meter. So when we change the time, 1, 2, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, 6 second, everywhere we get the distance is 10 meter only. That means the object is not moving at all. Okay, next one. What is this graph? Here look, with the passage of time, the distance is increasing. That means the object is moving. Now how this object is moving? It is a straight line. That means the object is moving with a uniform speed. So this graph says, number A, the object is moving. Number B, moving. The object is moving with uniform speed, or you can say velocity. So from this graph we can conclude these two. Next, graph number 3. Here the graph is like this. So we can say from this graph is, initially there was a huge distance. After some time the distance is 0. That means the object was moving and it was heading towards my side. That means it is coming, not going away. So this and these both are like equal, but here the object is going away, so the distance is increasing. Here the object is coming, so the distance is decreasing. And again, as this is a straight line, so the object is in uniform motion, that means uniform speed. So same conclusion we can write like the object is returning and number B, the object is in uniform speed. Okay, and the number 4, we have a trapezium shaped graph. This graph says till this time the object was moving, same as this one, the object was moving. From this time to this time the object was not in motion, that means it was in static condition, this graph, similar to this graph. And then from here to here, this time to this time, the object was returning back, and after end of the graph it says it came back exactly to the point from where it started. That means now distance is 0. That means it came back to its initial position. Clear? So this is all about distance versus time graph. Now let us discuss velocity versus time graph. Velocity versus time graph. Okay. Now here also we can see one graph can be, this is velocity, this is t. One graph can be straight line parallel to x-axis. Number 2 graph is time versus velocity, can be like this, similar to the previous one. Number 3, the graph can be like this. And number 4, velocity versus time graph, the graph can be like this. Okay, let's see. Number 1, here the velocity versus time graph of a car. Just think, here the velocity of the car, some velocity is there, this much of velocity is there in the moving body, but the velocity is not changing. That means the object is in uniform motion, the object is traveling with a uniform velocity. So we can write uniform velocity. In this graph, the object initially, it had no velocity, initial velocity was 0, but with the passage of time the velocity is increasing. So in this case we can say it is in accelerated motion. With the increasing time, with the passage of time, if velocity is increasing or the velocity is changing, that means there is an acceleration. So we can say this is the object is in accelerated motion. Say an object is released from certain height, so it will come down. Say this is the ground level and there is a tall building, a person is standing on the tall building holding a ball in his hand, and he released. It is coming down. With the passage of time, the speed of the ball will increase. So this is the graph, this is the example of this graph. And graph number 3 again the velocity versus time graph. Look, with the passage of time, velocity is decreasing, and at the end of this time, velocity is 0. So here initially the velocity was maximum, and at the end of time t, the velocity is 0. So this is also an accelerated motion, but we will say this is not accelerated, this is deaccelerated motion. Deaccelerated, or we can say retardation, Let us give an example. Say this is a ground level, there is a big building. On the top of the building, a person is standing with a ball on his hand. Sorry, not this one. Sorry. A person is standing on a building, on the ground with a ball, and he throws the ball in the upward direction. When the ball is going up, initially it had maximum speed, and gradually its speed decreases, and at the top position its velocity is 0. After time t, its velocity is 0. This is the example of this graph. And here we know this is a combination of all graphs. For few time there is an increasing velocity of the moving object, then it maintained a fixed velocity, no change in velocity, uniform velocity we can say, and after here to here it was retarding. So after time t, the velocity is 0. So we can say the object started from 0 velocity, then it gained some velocity, then it maintained that velocity, and then again there was a retardation, and at the final time t, its velocity is 0. So this is all about velocity versus time graph. So quickly let us do acceleration versus time graph also. Here we do not have too many graphs. Here number 1 is acceleration versus time graph. This one is parallel line. This is graph number 1, and graph number 2 is acceleration versus time graph. This is like this. I think these two will enough for us. Now this graph shows the object is in accelerated motion and it is a uniform acceleration. So we can say uniform acceleration. What is uniform acceleration? Continuously the acceleration is changing, that is non-uniform acceleration. But if the acceleration is constant, then we can say that is a uniform acceleration. Like in our previous case, we have released a ball from a certain height. So what is the acceleration here? Gravitational acceleration. What is the value of this? 9.8 meter per second square. So this value doesn't change throughout the free fall. This g value does not change. That means acceleration is constant. So this is the graph where acceleration is constant. When a ball is freely falling from certain height, the acceleration is constant. Acceleration doesn't change. But if the acceleration changes and it increases with passage of time, so that is non-uniform acceleration. So that graph is like this. That means with the passage of time, the acceleration is getting increased. So in this case, the graph will be the graph will be like this only. So this is all about the graph, and in our next video we will solve some numericals related to this graph only. Thank you.